Hey Whale fam, this is Tag.
And I'm Bubbly from Killer Whales Crypto, where we cover all things crypto, from DeFi, play to earn, and pretty much all things metaverse.
Make sure you like and subscribe below to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest news.
Hey Tag, I've been hearing a lot of hype about this game called League of Kingdoms. Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, so League of Kingdoms is a MMO strategy game. It's one of the first blockchain games that came out. It's been around for over a year now. So it's got some good history to it. It's a castle building game or a kingdom building game where you have a castle similar to Clash of Clans or Rise of Kingdoms that you level up the plots of land inside and your troops and research to gain power and to then do later to do various items within the game.
That's cool. I've always liked games like that, like Clash of Clans. Always played it. So is this a play to earn game or just a regular game that we have to pay to play?
No, this is a play to earn game, so which means that there are ways that you can actually earn money for your time spent in the game. There are various ways that you can currently do that, which is through minting resources or skins. And then there's also ways that they are implementing in the very near future, like Loca, which is their governance native token. They're going to be distributing that when you do certain bosses or as rewards in game for staking or various things. If you want to look at their white paper, there's various ways how you can get that. And then also with their Dragon Soul token, which will be part of their play to earn aspect of the game that's really launching this year sometime, and that's going to also have some breeding. Like some new dragons that you actually can hatch and breed, and there's going to have a token around that too. And I think it's going to be something similar to like Axie Infinity or Illuvium, where you actually have it. Those dragons are going to be worth something.
That's really cool. So end game wise, is there anything to do outside of like once I get to my castle to whatever the highest level is what else is there to do?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things to do in game. So let me put that in two ways. So when you first start out in the game, especially on a new continent, it's really a political game. It's based on alliances. So you might be strong for your castle, but when there's 1,000 or more people on a server, it's really more about who's part of your group or your team or your alliance in League of Kingdoms force ways, or some people call it guilds. But who's part of your group, because it's more political how many castles you can to actually maintain and control the server or the continent in LOK's terms. So the first part is you're going to want to control the continent, control the throne, so that way you can get certain titles and buffs and rewards for doing that. And then later on, once you are able to take on the continent, then you start looking out for a bigger picture where you're taking on other continents, and that's where the true fun begins.
That sounds really interesting. So what are some of the things that you do in the game, on a daily basis?
So when you log in daily, you want to do some resource gathering, because you want to have some resources coming in. If you see any crystal nodes, you want to hit those up. Those are key. You also want to make sure that you're active in game with your alliances. You want to make sure that you're hitting different mobs in the game. So in this case, it's hitting different monsters or hitting dragons that people can spawn, or various different avenues like that, because hitting those monsters are going to give you a lot of buffs and a lot of like treasures and items that are going to help you power up a lot quicker.
So when you say like political and not, like we said, hitting dragons and talking to your alliance, so this seems like a very group game. You really want to be involved with other people. It's not just a game that you just want to play by yourself.
No, this is League of Kingdoms is a game that you can do both. You can definitely be a lone wolf and play by yourself. That is perfectly fine. Anybody's play type is perfectly fine in this game. But I would say if you want to be more involved and active, that's probably the best way to do, especially since it's a very political and alliance built game. So having that communication and teamwork is going to get you a lot further. You're able to do a lot more things, a lot more interesting items, especially when they implement more like different modes in the future. They're coming out with the DST token that I mentioned and some new in this new CVC, which we will go into a later video, I'm sure. But CVC, there's going to be some new monsters, and those monsters are going to be very hard to kill. So you're going to need a big group of people coming together to kill that monster, I'm sure. So there's going to be a lot more benefits to working together and being active.
Oh, that's cool. So can you tell me like about yourself, or like what server are you playing, or continent, or where are you playing? How can somebody that's just starting the game join you, or join like a good good server?
Yeah, so every continent's different. I'm currently on continent 13. Which and just continent, it's a server. Each server has a different continent number from 1 to whatever it's currently at. I think currently as of today it's like 24, 26, somewhere around there. And the earliest server 1 came out the earliest, and so on. Each one came out after that. I'm on 13, but you can always change servers at any time. If you go to the bottom screen, well, I'm sure we'll have some video later how to change servers. But I'm currently on server 13, part of the Killer Whales community. We're one of the biggest communities in League of Kingdoms. We have over 1,000 members in our Discord who are active. We won the past CVC, so we're really outstanding for our continent. Not even being one of the oldest continents, but fairly young continent. We're still one of the strongest continents, I believe. So yeah, so come join us.
Okay, thank you, Tag. If you guys like this video and you guys want to hear more about League of Kingdoms, like and subscribe below. There will be more videos to come. Thank you.